Welcome back to Schloop's Garage. Sorry for the wind this morning. It's pretty windy, as you can see with my neighbor's flag. But I got the Chevelle cleaned up. I just gave it a rough once over with the pressure washer. It looks a lot better. Today we're going to get into some mechanic stuff on this, see what's going on with the engine, show you guys why I thought I might change the engine. Might not. Kind of undecided right now. So we're going to do some diagnosing, troubleshooting. As we know, I already found that there's oil in the number 8 cylinder. So I'm going to start the car up, move it up the driveway a little further, and we'll get into it. Typically this thing cranks right up. Give it 3 pumps, and it cranks right up. It's got good oil pressure, runs okay for missing on at least one cylinder that I know of. So we'll let this warm up and we'll get it moved up. While we got it warming up, I don't know if you can hear that. Sounds like a little rattle, maybe a knock. I doubt it's a knock. Sounds more like a rattle to me. There's no telling what that is. Again, sorry for the wind. As you can see, it smokes pretty good. That's why we're getting in there diagnosing. This might just be some steam, residual steam from it, heat cycling last night. It got pretty cold here, so once it warms up, it will billow smoke really well. So we'll just have to let it warm up. We'll pull it up and see what it's doing. Alright, we got it moved up the driveway. It's warmed up pretty decent. As you can see, it's blowing smoke pretty good. I did notice something. I heard a noise coming from this valve cover area. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. But I got a rocker in there that's sideways, so that's not good. I have to get in there and pull the valve cover off, and we'll see what's going on. Let me grab the tools and we'll get started. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get started and pull this valve cover, see what we got underneath of it. I'm a firm believer in using power tools if you have the opportunity. And I'm dropping stuff. Gonna have to use a regular ratchet. I can't get my tool in there. That's alright. Oh, the mystery's killing me. I'm really curious what's going on under here. Alright. Oh man, you hear that? That's just me barely touching the rocker. Oh yeah. Oh man. Well, it's pretty grimy in there. So, let me wipe my hands off. Alright, well this is fun. We've got front cylinder here, that's backed all the way off. Look how loose that is. And then our number 8 doing the same thing. I'm really curious if I was to put these back on. I wonder if these are bent though. Doesn't look bent. Obviously I'll have to check that on a flat surface. That one don't look bent either. Yeah. Really curious if we're gonna get lucky with this thing. I wonder if that's why we're smoking. Probably not. It probably needs valve stem seals too. Or worst case, the rings are bad and I'm gonna end up throwing another engine in this thing. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so I found about the flattest surface I could without taking this in the house and the wife getting upset. But as you can see, my push rods are not bent. So with them not being bent, I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting these back together, setting the valves, and see if this thing runs any better. So once I get it all put back together, I'll come back and we'll see what happens. Alright, while we're at it, I decided to go ahead and pull this other side, see what we got going on under here. Oh no. Come on, baby. Get some of this crap out of the way. Don't want that falling in the engine, if at all possible. If I can get this last bolt, we'd be in business. Come on. There we go. And of course I tore the gasket on this side. That's alright. Shockingly, these are all okay. That's alright. Don't mind that at all. Get this gasket out of here. Well, as you can see, everything's as it should be over here, so that's good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust these out, and we'll see if this thing runs any better when I'm done. Alright, so it's back together. Don't mind the mismatched valve covers. I will address that later. So I went through, loosened all the rockers, went ahead and readjusted everything, and this will be the first fire up since doing that. Now I probably have some fouled plugs, so I'm not expecting it to be much better right off the hop, but let's see what happens. So, initial impressions, the engine's a lot quieter. I guess we'll wait and see if we get any smoke out of the back. As of right now, I'm not seeing any. So we may very well be getting lucky here. That would be great. So I'm gonna let it warm up, and I'll come back and see what's going on. Well, it's warmed up, took it around the block. It's obviously still smoking. So we know we got issues. Hoping it's not rings. If it is, this motor's coming out and I'm gonna swap it out. A friend of mine's supposed to come over tomorrow. We're gonna do some valve stem seals. I know most people are probably thinking, well, that's only on warm up. Well, if they're completely shot, it's gonna smoke all the time. So with those rockers being loose like that, there's no telling what else is going on inside this motor. So it has a lot more power than it did. So I'm really curious to see if maybe this thing will do a burnout. So I'm gonna try to set you guys up, see if it'll do a burnout. It might not. I guess we'll see. Oh, sorry if that was windy, but as you can see, did a pretty good burnout. Well, you can see after the burnout, it's smoking real good now. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my mess here. I try to leave it on the asphalt portion, that way all I'm doing is helping the asphalt out, but I made a mess, so I need to get this cleaned up. Hopefully it comes out alright. So I'll be signing off for now. Stay tuned for the next episode. Hopefully we can make this thing stop smoking as much as it is. It's got a lot more power now, so I'd really like to save the engine that's in it. But if not, no big deal. We'll find something else to swap into it. So give me a thumbs up if you like it. Feel free to subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Alright guys, just a little bonus footage for the end of this video. I think we're gonna have real good luck here. So I pulled the old Quadrajet off. Not that it was doing anything wrong necessarily. I don't know anything about Quadrajets. So I pulled it off. It also had a spacer plate to be able to adapt it to the Edelbrock intake that's on that car. It's here. I don't necessarily like messing with stuff like that, so I went ahead and pulled it. That way I could put an Edelbrock 1406 on it, and the car's running really good. There's a slight tick. It's probably because I need to change the oil really bad. Sorry if it's windy. The engine's running great. No issues other than that lifter tick, but hopefully an oil change will fix that. But if you notice, the smoke is gone. So that's great. All I've done is literally pulled the carb off and put that L-Brock on there. That Quadrajet had a bunch of extra vacuum lines going to it. It had 2 PCVs going to it. You can see it here. That one was also going to the Quadrajet. I just now have this one on the driver's side, and it's running a lot better. I pulled a vacuum on it with the gauge here. See what I was reading. I was right in 17, 18 for vacuum. So I think we've got a runner here, guys. I don't think I'm gonna have to do anything else. I will go ahead and swap out that other valve cover on the other side, get it cleaned up. I do need to go ahead and get new nuts for the rockers. A lot of them have lost their ability to lock, and I think that's the problem why they backed off to begin with. But I'm gonna go ahead and change the oil and see how it's doing after that. All right. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.